guys, two-wheel pursuit here. Gonna close my visor to eliminate the window vents. Anyway, today I figured it might be an interesting idea, considering my channel is primary focus at first-time riders and whatnot, to make a video on how to downshift a motorcycle. And this is something that I was having a difficult time with when I started out riding. So I figured, hey, might as well share my experience. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone behind me, so let's go ahead right here. Okay, so to downshift a motorcycle, I'm going to give a very basic explanation, example. I'm going to give a very basic example right now. Let's say you're coming up to somewhere you want to come to a stop, okay? Now, if you only use the brake, let's say you're in 4th gear, if you only want to use the brake, and let's say you just pull on the clutch and you only use the brake, and then you get to a complete stop, you're going to be shifting down. You're going to have a problem shifting down sometimes because the gears aren't going to line up correctly. Okay, you're going to keep shifting down, and because you didn't use downshifting or blipping, downshifting and blipping, your gears aren't going to be aligned, and you won't necessarily, you'll have to move the bike forward and back a little bit to get it actually in that gear, which would probably be 1st gear if you're at a complete stop. So let me show you what downshifting looks like. The primary thing about downshifting, just be relaxed about it. You're not going to hurt the bike. Probably start off trying it in the higher gears so you don't do a wheelie, or loop your bike or anything like that. But here we go. Okay, downshifting. So you're going to blip the throttle. That means just give it, you're going to be on the throttle, you're going to give it a bit of a blip. Alright, that's going to match the RPMs from where they are to where they need to be at the lower gear. You're going to pull on the clutch and push down on the gear shifter, assuming you aren't GP shifting. So what you're going to do, pull on the clutch, push down on the gear shifter, and blip the throttle all at the same time. I did it right there. We'll just go around, show you guys. Alright, we're in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 4th gear is a good gear on the CB500 to get started on downshifting. So we're going about 40 miles an hour, we'll say, in 4th gear. And we decide that we want to downshift to 3rd gear. What we're going to do, pull in a very quick motion, pull in the gears, pull in the clutch, shift down, blip the throttle, and let the clutch out. You don't want to blip it for a long time. You pretty much want to, oh, fucking bird. Bird almost ate shit. Anyway, what was I saying? Back to downshifting. Pull on the clutch, down on the gear shifter, blip the throttle. Blip the throttle for only like half a second. You really only need not too much. You'll learn on your own bike. It's different for bike to bike, but it's really just blip it a little bit. Okay? Just give it a little tug. So once again, I'm in 4th gear now. Now I'm doing about 40, say, okay? And I'm going into a corner, want to downshift, pulling the clutch, down on the shifter, flip the throttle, like this. Just like that, I'm in 3rd gear. Simple as that. If I want to get some engine braking going on, 2nd gear, simple. Go back up to 3rd. 4th. Very simple. Okay, so once you don't let flipping the throttle, downshifting scare you, okay? It's not harmful to the engine at all. It's not harmful at all. You're supposed to be doing this. It's the proper way to downshift. So let's do it again. I'm in 4th gear, going about 40. I'm gonna shift down into 3rd. And 3rd gear. Go back up to 4th. One thing I will mention, when I flip the throttle, I actually usually close the throttle all the way and then give it a bit of a blip. Unless you're trying to accelerate, that's usually the case. I usually close the throttle all the way and then flip it. So the throttle was closed all the way there before I flipped it. Unless you're doing aggressive shifting, aggressive downshifting, and you're trying to go faster, in a super sport, you might be in the lower RPMs, you want to get in the higher RPM range, so you're downshifting real fast. Then you can be on the throttle and flipping it at the same time as you're going down through all the gears to get in whatever RPM range you're looking to get to. So there's not much to it. Downshifting is a pretty simple and crucial part to riding a motorcycle, and it's something you need to learn. Best way to do it, find some back roads with not a lot of people on them. It's not really something that you want to practice in a parking lot. This usually comes after the parking lot. After you're doing your figure eights and whatnot in the parking lot, then you head out on the road, find some nice back roads with no one on them, and practice downshifting. I realized in the MSF course, they really did not teach you much about downshifting. Like blipping the throttle, nah, none of that. So you have to teach yourself. One more thing. If you have a slipper clutch, still practice downshifting. Slipper clutch will reduce the amount of that you get thrown forward if you don't flip the throttle, but you still want to do it. You still, even if you have a slipper clutch, you still, like on the Ninja 300 I know has a slipper clutch. The CB500 does not have a slipper clutch, no problem at all. Right there, just downshifted again. Now I'm in 1st. So it's really simple, guys. You should pick this up. I think I picked it up in about a day, probably my 3rd day riding. And it's going to take some getting used to. You have to be relaxed. That's the key to doing this nice and smooth. Be relaxed. I really don't want to go this way. Whatever, we'll go this way. Anyway, guys, that's about all I have on downshifting and flipping the throttle. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. If you like this sort of first-time rider content, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make some more. Let me know if you guys have any questions about how to improve your riding abilities. I'm thinking make a video on how to do wheelies. That's an important key part of being safe on a motorcycle. Know how to wheelie your bike without looping it. Downshift again into 2nd. Alright, guys, two-wheel pursuit here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.